The Christmas Story from the Bible. Over 2,000 years ago, one day, a woman named Mary was outside and she heard something up in the air. She looked up and she saw an angel. An angel. She couldn't believe it. An angel. And she was afraid. She started to run away and the angel called out, "Mary, stop. Do not be afraid. I bring you good news. You're gonna have a baby. You're gonna have a baby who will be the Prince of Peace, who will be the King of Kings, who will teach us everyone to love, love, love. And his name is Jesus." And Mary heard the words of the angel and she knew they were true in her heart. And she was filled with joy. She could not believe what she was believing. Oh. And the angel said, "I will watch over you, Mary." The angel moved up into the sky, higher, 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 higher. And Mary stood and felt the feelings she was feeling, the feelings of joy. And her husband Joseph came out and saw her and could see something special was going on. "Mary, what's going on?" And she said, "An angel spoke to me. You know what? I'm gonna have a baby. I'm gonna have a baby who will be the Prince of Peace, be the King of Kings, who will teach us everyone to love, love, love. And his name is Jesus." Oh, Mary, that is wonderful news. We will take special care of you for this wondrous day to come. Come in and rest. And the time went by and the time went by, and it was not going to be long now before Mary had the baby. But something else came along. They had to travel. Joseph came to Mary and said, "Mary, we have to go back to our hometown. They're making a census. They're counting everyone, and everyone has to go back where they were born. So you and I need to return to the little town of Bethlehem." "Oh, Joseph, I can't travel now. The baby's going to be born before long. I need to stay here. I need to stay here where I've been. I'm comfortable here. The baby should be born here." "That may be, Mary, but we have to go. We have to go. I can't walk all the way to Bethlehem." "That's true. But we do have the donkey, all shaggy and brown. You could ride on its back. You could do that. I'll lead the donkey. And when we get there, we'll find an inn, a nice place to stay. And you can have your baby there in our hometown." Well, okay. So Joseph got that donkey all shaggy and brown, and Mary climbed up on it, and he led it out to the big road, and they started on their way to Bethlehem. There were others out on the road, going back to their hometowns too. Some Bethlehem, some other places. Some people on donkeys, some on camels, some just walking. No cars or trucks or buses or airplanes. traveling by foot or animal. And Mary and Joseph kept on and kept on. They passed the farm where Boaz and Ruth once lived. That's outside of Bethlehem. They come up over the hill. It's getting dark. Candles in the windows. Joseph, we better find a place. It feels like the baby is going to be born pretty soon. Oh, look, Mary, there's an inn right there. I'll just go up the path. You stay here. I'll get us a room and come back and get you. Okay, Joseph, hurry. So he went up the pathway to the inn and knocked on the door. The innkeeper opened the door. Yes. Hi, Mary, my wife is going to have a baby soon. Is there room in your inn? And the innkeeper shook her head. Sorry, no room, no room, no room at all. Are you sure? Sorry. Okay, thank you. There's another inn not too far down the road. Okay, I'll try that. So Joseph went back to Mary and said, sorry, there's no room in that inn. But the innkeeper said, there's another inn not far from here. I'm sure they'll have room. So they got to the next place. And Mary stayed on the donkey, and Joseph went to the door of the inn and knocked. And the innkeeper answered, yes. My wife's Mary's about to have a child, her baby, and we need a place. Is there room in your inn? No room, no room, no room at all. Good luck. Oh, Mary, there's no room in that inn either. But don't worry, we'll find a place. And they went to more inns, one after another, and asked and asked and asked again. But every inn they heard the same sad reply. No room, no room, no room at all. And Joseph came back to Mary and said, I don't know. Oh, Mary, I just remembered. On the other side of Bethlehem, there's an inn. I remember, yes. Maybe there'll be room there, on the other side of the village. Okay. Let's go. So they went to the other side of town, and there was an inn. And Joseph walked up and knocked on the door. Mary's gonna have her baby. Is there room in your inn? No room, no room, no room at all. Please, we don't need much space. Mary's gonna have her baby. Please. No room, no room, no room at all. Just a little pallet on the floor. No room, no room, no room at all. Okay. Well, thank you anyway. Joseph started walking back to Mary. What am I gonna say? And the innkeeper said, wait. In back there is a little stall. A stall? A stable? Yeah, in the back. There's some fresh straw there, and it's warm. Okay, thank you. And Joseph went back to Mary and said, Mary, there's no room in that inn. But the innkeeper said there's room back in the stable, and we could go there. And Mary smiled, and she said, isn't that just about right? The Prince of Peace, the King of Kings, will be born in a stable. And so they went around to the stable and moved in. And there was a cow eating straw out of the manger. And the cow moved back. Moved back. And Joseph took the manger. Ooh, that will work. And he took out the old straw and he put in some fresh straw. And the doves were cooing in the rafters. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And Mary had her baby. And they named the baby Jesus. Mary looked down at the baby. And then she looked up. And there was a star in the sky. A bright, 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 bright star. She said, Joseph, look at that star. Look at that star. Look at the light. It shines all over, everywhere. It's like God's love, where there's room for everyone. Room for everyone. And that's the story.